Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Beats, Ballads, and Balls Jazz Ladies series. Here we have Dr. Joan Cartwright, founder of Musicwoman of South Florida, a nonprofit organization dedicated to women in music. Hi, Joan. How are you doing?
I'm very well, and happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know on this mini series of Beats, Ballads, and Balls Jazz Ladies that you have a phenomenal members that have excellent stories to tell. So I'm about to hand it over to you, Joan.
So, good afternoon, everyone. And yes, we are a nonprofit that promotes women musicians globally. The organization is Women in Jazz South Florida, but we have coined the term and trademarked Music Woman, which is a magazine that is created by our graphic designer, Jodylynn Talevi, who is in Connecticut. Right now, I'm in Atlanta, and Dr. Dawn Anderson is in Atlanta also. So, Jodylynn, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, and thank you, doctors, both for having me. It's an honor to be on the show.
Okay, let's just talk about 1 minute about you as a composer.
Okay. I started out as a guitar player and studied music, went to the Guitar Institute out in California. At that time, I was a crazy rock and roller and played rock guitar. A big changing point in my life was when one of my dear friends was creating an animated feature, children's animated feature, and she asked me to write a song. And it was so very, very different than anything I'd ever done. And it really changed my life, realizing that I didn't just have to be a rock and roller. And so fast forward to many years later, I recently started studying sync placement and getting songs into movies and television shows. And I actually got my first placement a couple months ago. It was very, very exciting. And I hope that is the first of many to come.
That's exciting. That's very exciting. And I didn't know that you were a rock and roll guitarist. I didn't know that about you. You have many talents. So pull up the picture of the magazine. We met through a young lady who I met on a cruise ship. I was working on a cruise ship, Royal Caribbean, and Kiki.
Correct.
Kiki
Yep.
told me about Jodylynn, and Jodylynn became a member of the organization, and then years later became our graphic designer for the magazine. So pop up the picture. Yes, so we're in our 5th year of publishing Musicwoman magazine. We also have Musicman magazine, and we're in the 4th year of publishing that. Yes. And this is just a beautiful design that Jodylynn has done for us. And this year we featured 3 ladies from Cuba, which was exciting. I was in Cuba in January for the jazz festival there. So our magazines are available online at musicwomanmagazine.com. So, Jodylynn, how did you become a graphic designer?
Well, actually, when I came back from California, I had to kind of figure out what I was going to do. And I went to school for graphic design. And so I've been doing that ever since. And I really love doing it. It's very creative. It's technical, and a lot of it is not so creative, but I love the finished product. And especially this magazine series is really dear to my heart. I love women in music. And I just feel it's such an important subject to be documented. I look forward, we'll hopefully be starting 2024's magazine version this January. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. So what we do is we have writers that tell the story of the artist. I don't write all the stories myself. And then I send the story to Jodylynn with the photos, and she designs each page. And every single publication, you know, a lot of people say, well, you don't have to print anymore. It's all online. But no, there's nothing like the physical copy of the magazine. What is your plan for your music going forward?
Well, I write with many different teams, and so that lends itself to be very different kinds of music. So my goal for this year is to finish up maybe 10 new songs would be fantastic. And I've actually recently been focusing a little more on making connections with music supervisors or licensing groups, which, you know, that's a little tricky to, you know, you don't really want to just send stuff out and not have a connection, because you can just do that and get nowhere. So that's my goal, to make more connections, to get more placements, and to write more music.
And how many songs would you say you have written?
Probably finished and recorded, I've got probably 75 in my catalog.
That is wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes, and you should think about putting them in a songbook. You know, I always recommend that our members do that. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you as a member, specifically because you are active. You're an active member, and that is what we need. We need more members that are doing something, bringing something to the table. Like Dr. Dawn Anderson is bringing this podcast to the table. And then my daughter is bringing the Musicwoman Festival in Atlanta. So we're working daily to make things happen. And what we need is advertisers. We need advertisers in the publication. So I'm reaching out to a particular industry that I won't talk about right now, but we are hoping to expand the publication. Well, Jodylynn, it's such a pleasure to have you with us, and we'll be doing more of these podcasts, so make sure you stick around.
I certainly will, and it's a pleasure and honor for me to be a part of this, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
And what is your website?
My website is Jodylynn Talevi. It's a Wix site, and it's under JT Design.
JT Design. Okay. Yep. Excellent.
It's much appreciated.
One more thing.
Yes.
You went to the concert with 3 exciting music women this week. Reagan Whiteside, Paula Atherton, and Carol Albert, and all 3 of them are members. So just wrap it up in one sentence.
It knocked me out of the park. The musicianship, the stage presence, the songs, it was so amazing. Then I was able to meet with them after. Beautiful, gracious women, so talented. And very excited. I talked to them a lot about the magazine, and they signed the magazines for me. They posed with me, and they were very, very proud to be a part of it. It was incredible.
And we can't wait to see pictures.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Dr. Anderson, thank you for having me. It's much appreciated.
Awesome. So we had an amazing guest, Jodylynn Talevi. She is the graphic artist for Musicwoman magazine, another fabulous member of the Musicwomen of South Florida. Okay, Joan, thank you.